I believe in listening to my mom. This may sound like the exact opposite of what teenagers nowadays want to do. However, contrary to popular belief, mothers are usually right. Listening to my mom definitely is not easy, since I am a really stubborn kid. My mom happens to be even more stubborn, though. She always manages to persuade me, in other words, force me into trying new things that appear to be uncool, horrible, or plain boring. The process of persuading me, also known as Operation Persuade Daughter, can last over a few minutes to a few days. When it is in action, I usually avoid and run at any sound or squeak from my mother. Now, due to various experiences and repeatedly being proven wrong, I have learned the importance of listening to my mom. You know what they say, Mama knows best. Pwah! Said the alpaca-in-chief of an international society called World Scholars Cup. This is an academic club in which teams of 3 study subject areas like literature and history and join tournaments. In these tournaments, students are tested individually through a multiple-choice test, an essay, and debates. Based on that description, World Scholars Cup appears to be horrendously and dreadfully boring, which is exactly what I thought when I first heard about it. Lucky for me, my mom heard about the club and how wonderful it was. Not only is it helpful to build up crucial skills such as writing and debating, but also looked well in college applications. She continuously threw darts at me, telling me to join WSC, but I managed to cleverly dodge them all until this year. In fact, this year my classmates and my mom were partners in crime. I finally fell in defeat to their constant pleading and nagging and joined the club. The first few meetings were boring yet tense. In these meetings, the executives of the club gave us presentations and quizzes to make sure we didn't slack off. They also sprang surprise debates on us, which made everything much more stressful and scary. Moreover, they created study guides that are hundreds of pages long. Up until this point, I had regretted joining World Scholars Cup, since it had brought me more work and stress. A week before the tournament, I started to freak out because I didn't want to look like a fool in front of everyone. I started studying and cramming, trying to read as many of these lengthy study guides as I possibly could. I studied whenever I could, on the car, during breaks at school, and even when I was brushing my teeth. Alas, I never finished the study guides before the day of the dreaded tournament. On the way to the tournament, I felt like my stomach was knotted in a million places, along with hornets flying around at lightning speed. I tried to study on the bus, but my upper and lower eyelids felt like magnets, attracting to each other and shutting my eyes. In fact, sleeping was all I ended up doing until we reached the location of the tournament. For some odd reason, I was calm through the multiple-choice test and essay. Then our team faced the most dreaded event, the debate. As we approached our first debate room, it was like reaching the ultimate boss of a video game. It was nerve-wracking and intense, but I believe our team did better than I had expected. Our opponents were really nice, but I'll never forget the dramatic hand gestures of their final speaker. Unfortunately, we lost, but that motivated me to win our next debate, and that's exactly what we did! Our team won the second debate. We were still incredibly nervous though, since it felt like the female judge was really attracted to the opponent team's male speaker. Finally, we reached our third debate and met a worthy opponent. They were skillful debaters, using strong points and sound examples as evidence. As expected, we lost. However, I cherished the experience of the 3 debates, because I felt like it exposed us to our advantages as well as flaws, and helped us improve as a team. After all the events, we reached the award ceremony. There were so many awards being handed out, which involved a lot of clapping. Then suddenly, the alpaca-in-chief said, "Ashley, you," which took me a while to register in my brain. When it finally hit me that he was saying my name, I screamed and jumped out of my seat with excitement, walking up to receive my medal. I almost tripped, but it was worth it. I won 3rd place for current affairs in the multiple-choice test. During the award ceremony, another thing happened that shook our team like an earthquake. Our team qualified for the global round, which is in Dubai this summer. We were like monkeys on sugar rushes, screaming and clapping our hands. This got me even more excited and happier than before, which I didn't think was possible. The whole experience from the tests to the debates to the awards ceremony was perfect and definitely worth going back to next year. As the tournament reached its end and we were headed back to school, I started reflecting upon this tournament. I realized that I truly enjoyed the experience, despite all the stress and worrying. Not only was it fun and exciting, but also educational and enlightening. I learned more tips on writing, debating, and studying. Moreover, I met new friends as well as bonded more with the students at our school. I felt a lot more connected and welcome to the outside world. The process of reaching the tournament was tough and challenging, but the outcome was rewarding. I am definitely motivated to do better in future rounds and earn more awards. The entire experience was a lot of fun, involving screaming and cheering for our intelligent classmates, playing with alpaca dolls, and mysteriously stalking our fellow scholars. As I thought more and more about the lively and hectic day, I regretted not joining earlier. That regret related back to my mother and how she was right yet again. It made me realize that listening to my mom was unquestionably the right choice. I believe in listening to my mom. This I believe.